Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay. I know it's been a while, and welcome to our Halloween spooky event. Probably going up slightly before Halloween because we've had some trouble getting some stuff going, but that's quite all right. So enjoy this spooky fun adventure that we're going to be doing today. It's a Call of Cthulhu game, and I forgot to name it, but whatever. It's fine. It's Call of Cthulhu. Fuck. Call of Cthulhu. Fuck. No, that was that first name that came to my head was incredibly offensive, and not going to use that. Not offensive towards any specific group, just incredibly in poor taste. Anyway, so this is going to be I'm your host Duhad, and joining me are a very special lineup of players. We've got Time Knight.
Hey.
We've got Kit, aka Colonel the Frog.
Yep.
We've got Morath.
Hello.
And we have Bean.
Hello.
We are missing Belial, though she'll be joining us hopefully before too long. And we're, like I said, we're playing Call of Cthulhu. The general idea of this game is that it is we are going to be following a group of academics, reporters, and a priest who are going out into the great spooky frosty west of the United States in order to go and uncover a lost book that was last in the company of the infamous Donner Party, which was a lost expedition during the Great American Western Migration that ran into some trouble up in the snow and ended up eating each other. So that's gonna be fun. Sorry, this is a little bit of a scattershot opening. This is sort of a weird game. We're kind of starting very late and kind of just trying to roll with a whole series of punches, but hopefully it'll all start evening out pretty soon. As we like zoom in on our characters, they're just getting off a train out in the city nearby, where they will be riding out to uncover this manuscript. Their guide has procured horses for them, as there are no good roads leading up into the mountains, and the cars are not really a thing as of right now. So without a good wagon train and without a good carriage train and without any trains getting you any closer, your guide has had to get you some horses, and that guide is Time Knight.
Me. That's me. Curtis Armstrong. Your neighborhood friendly burly mountain man.
Excellent. Curtis is a big dude. He's been working as a guide in the area for a while and has actually done several jobs for Miskatonic University, which is the place where you guys are all coming from, or at least those of you who have actually started up this expedition. Speaking of which, the person who actually kickstarted this whole thing is the first one to get on the horse. And Bean, why don't you explain who you are?
Okay. My name is Randolph Rosenfeld. He is wait, should I say the occupation?
You can say the occupation, just don't reveal anything about any secret bits.
He's an antiquarian, this big nerdy guy trying to find the book, just like everyone else.
Yes, and very specifically, this gentleman will be the one who actually is kind of spearheading the whole thing, because he's a collector of antiques and things of this nature, and works closely with Miskatonic, and has gotten a grant from them to help, because he works there part-time as a professor, and he's managed to make a deal with them where he's going to go and get this book for them. in exchange for them helping to fund this whole expedition. And obviously he'll have like a pretty big say over what happens to it once they get it back. But meanwhile, as you start riding off, Randolph, what was his name?
Yeah.
Randolph.
Okay,
Probably
Randolph.
put names into the chat.
Yes, everybody please put their names in the chat. Randolph is, looks over to his esteemed colleague, Graham. Why don't you explain, Morath, why don't you explain your character?
Well, it doesn't exactly have an occupation on the character sheet.
Oh yeah, I forgot to write down your occupation. It's fine, just tell me what your character is, because I haven't explained who your character actually is. Or like who your character is.
So, his name is, somebody's gonna kill me for this one. Alexander Cromwell.
Okay, fair enough.
And he is a very bookish individual. Works directly with the university. And he's got the glasses that go to the end of his nose. He's got white hair, and he's constantly babbling to himself if he's not got his nose in a book, and then he's actually just talking out loud to himself.
It's a very, very rambling professor.
Yes, as if he's in the middle of a class giving a lecture.
Yes, and he is a senior professor at the university, and sort of outranks Randolph Rosenfield, but on this specific expedition, Randolph is the more or less like head of the expedition. Though while traveling, it is Time Knight's character who is kind of actually calling the shots. Mr. Armstrong who's calling the shots. Meanwhile, though, because this is such a delicate operation, they as you make your way into the mountain, you are very aware of the priest who is watching you, who is kind of keeping everybody nice and moral. Kit, who are you playing?
I am playing Reverend Leonard Johnston, a preacher, a Methodist preacher from within Arkham, the town of Arkham. He was brought along to make sure that nothing improper would happen along here. He is a very slender man, long fingers, a very pleasant face, sandy blonde hair, often has a very soft smile on his face.
Okay. Finally bringing up the rear of the expedition, wrapped in heavy cloaks, like a heavy heavy jacket, and with like a scarf wrapped around her face, and just a big woolly cap on, so you can't really see anything about her. Is a journalist who is tagging along to write about this, because this is during the time when scientific discoveries were still something that people actually gave a shit about. Unfortunately, the reporter is played by Belil, who is not here at the moment, so we're not going to be able to detail anything about her just yet. But I can tell you, she's a very large woman. She is actually, bigger than a lot of the men in the company. And despite her being, a woman during a time in which women were not, really respected in the workplace all that much, she is, kind of got a lot of, most of you probably have at least some degree of begrudging respect for her, because she's been in the reporting game for quite a while now, and has the literal scars to show for it, as she had been attacked during a previous, one of her previous expeditions out out west, and got her face laid open by a robber who she actually managed to overpower because she's a big lady. But yeah, so all of you, as far as any of you know, only one of you is armed, and that one is Mr. Armstrong. who is carrying an air rifle, which is a not a very good, it's not a great weapon, but it's not what some people might think in the modern day. It is an actual gun, but one that requires a lot of pumping in order to actually fire. However, it is, as far as you're aware, the one weapon you have to defend yourselves if you happen to run into violent locals or animals, which is also part of why Mr. Armstrong is kind of leading the way on this, because he's safe, he's protective, and that protectiveness actually serves you well as you make your way to the last known location of the Donner Party, where where the tragic events that took place were initially discovered, and where the bodies had been put to whatever peace the federal authorities could manage to grant them. And now you're going to disturb that peace because you need to dig up a bunch of graves. And here's where I'm actually going to let it over to you guys. You are standing in a snowy field, surrounded by trees and light falling of snow, and you have located a number of grave markers. You got shovels, you got your air rifle. You got to dig up a body.
Does everyone have a shovel?
You brought a bunch of shovels, but I'm guessing the priest is probably not going to be digging.
The priest might be filling back in, but holding Bible and praying.
All right. Alrighty.
Okay,
Let's skip.
this is kind of amusing because we have a bunch of scholarly guys about to start digging graves.
Yeah, you kind
Okay.
of like wishing right now you'd brought some more burly individuals with you to help this little thing out. Because right now, the lady
We're
is one of
struggling.
the only people who's actually able to dig effectively.
Yeah. The professor is taking notes on observations. So apparently I'm actually kind of good at this. Archaeology, actually.
Yes. No, you have some experience with this.
So my digging is actually meticulous, like gradiating sediment, stuff like that.
Yeah.
As I track the erosion and whatnot. And I'm taking notes.
Excellent. Well, yeah. As you dig, you uncover first one, then another. Essentially, like they're simple graves, but they unfortunately they're not very neat. There's no most of the bodies inside of them there's a bunch of them that are actually full bodies, but there's a lot that are also just sort of rough guesswork as to which body part went where, because there was a lot of incomplete specimens, unfortunately. So as you work your way through these grisly finds, they're all bones now. There's nothing too spooky about it, but they're pretty nasty. Yeah. You dig and dig, and but you don't find what you're looking for until finally, Rosenfield, you yourself actually make the big discovery. As you're digging, your shovel hits hardwood, and which is odd because most of these graves are made using pine wood. And you dig around it, and you discover a walnut casket. And when you pry the casket open, you find a mostly intact body laying apparently peacefully at the bottom, in the bottom of this shallow grave, and clutched to its chest, its legs are out, its arms are folded over its chest, and tucked under the hands is a book, a small, unmarked, leather-bound book.
Okay. So the whole time that he has been digging, he looks a bit more frantic with each grave uncovered that resulted in nothing. And as he finds this box, he goes kind of full. He drops his shovel and is just like frantically uncovering it. He opens it up. Doesn't even seem to register that there's a body in there, and just sees the book. And he reads this huge sigh of relief, and he takes the book out of the. He goes to take the book out of the body's hands.
It proves surprisingly difficult. You're not. I'm not gonna make you roll for this or anything because it's not too hard to do. But getting it out, like the rigor mortis, has caused this body to stiffen quite severely, and you really had to kind of pry the hands off the book before you're able to finally get it out. But when you do, and you open it, you see that the whole thing is just like a treasure trove of notes. Like just, every single page is filled, like margin to margin, with tiny handwriting. And the notes are they're not entirely neat, but they are thorough, and they seem to be covering a wide variety of topics. Like the book is too long, even its relatively small size, because of how detailed it is. The book is actually too large for you to just sit down and read right here and now. But it is clearly exactly what you were looking for.
He lets out this laugh of victory, I guess you could say. He's and he jumps out of the little hole that he's dug, and starts flipping through all of the pages. Not really.
A hand is placed on the book in front of you. We have the dead to attend to.
Speaking of which, I have been matching the body parts to the correct bodies.
It's difficult to do, but you are actually roll me. Lordy, hold on a second. Blah 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 blah.
I was actually archaeology is what I was going to use. If that's.
Well, archaeology is more to do with like artifacts than human remains for the most part. But what you want to roll for me here would be actually you roll me archaeology, but take a -10 penalty to it because you're usually not used to like putting together like
So,
full
so
human
that would put it.
skeletons.
That would put my or a -10 to the roll.
-10 to the skill. So
Okay.
you're trying to roll under 40.
All right. Well, I got a 36, so.
Okay, yeah, you successfully start piecing the bodies back together. It's slow, meticulous work, but you actually make a decent job of it. And by the time the priest starts to arrange the bodies to be reburied, you're pretty confident that you've actually managed to sort out a few mistakes made in the initial during the initial burying process.
Okay. That is something that is important to my character, even though he's not personally religious. He believes that the Donner Party at least was full of religious people.
Yeah, that's entirely fair. Mr. Armstrong.
Yeah.
You know that nearby, for crying out loud, you know that nearby here there is a cabin that you don't frequent exactly, but you know that it is a place used by a lot of people who travel through the area as kind of a communal house. It's going to be dark before you can get back to the town, and it's far enough out that you don't want to be traveling too far at night. So you were planning on bringing the people to this place.
All right. It will be dark pretty soon, and we do not need to be traveling at dark. So I know of a cabin that we can set up camp in until morning, and we can stay there. It will be It might be a little bit cramped, but it's the best we can do for the situation.
I'm sure we will manage.
Rosenfield takes out a handkerchief and is like dabbing away at sweat and is like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Of course.
Here.
All right.
Maybe
well,
I can
Will's
get
here.
some. All right.
Good. Go ahead, Graham. Finish your thought.
Maybe we can get some notes started during the evening.
Okay, so Will, just to cover what's happened real fast, you have just found the book after digging up the bodies, and then reburied them.
What bodies?
The bodies of the some of the remains of the Dire Party members. You have taken you've got the book that the professor was looking for, and you are now heading to a cabin that Time Knight's character, your guide, says is in the area and where you can stay overnight until the morning, where you can ride back to town, and then take the first train back to Massachusetts.
Okay.
You are. Do you remember anything about the setup for this game?
Just barely anything.
Okay, so real fast resummarization. You are a group of people prior to, like, in the pre-World War I era America, trying to find a book with some occult scientific importance that the professor Randolph Rosenfield, Bean's character, is trying to get their hands on. Joining them is his colleague Alexander Cromwell, Graham's character, another professor. Mountain guide Curtis Armstrong, Time Knight's character, and a priest looking after the morality of the situation, Reverend Leonard Johnston, Kit's character.
I see.
Please explain who your character is as you start to take off your heavy clothes and actually join the party.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh, it stinks being late.
Yeah, well, we're also super tight on time, so it's short as.
My name is Miranda Cadenza, the journalist. Yeah.
Anything else you want to explain about your character? How they look? How they what they're like?
Oh, they are ugly as shit. She has a seriously nasty wound on her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, it's just a scar, but.
True.
Yeah.
It's a nasty scar on her face, and if you ask her, I guess you haven't seen her up until this point.
Yeah, like at this point, she's sort of taken.
Most of what you have heard from her is her writings in the newspaper. I don't know.
You are a reporter for the Arkham Gazette.
Of the Arkham Gazette?
Yes, the Arkham Gazette.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you may have seen her writings in the Arkham Gazette.
Yeah, and you've been brought on by Miskatonic University, which is the place where both the professors work, to cover this as they're hoping it's going to be a relatively big story. So you're going to be both covering the expedition and then also the discoveries made afterwards.
Yeah, and it's fairly rare to see a woman in a newspaper outside of the advice column.
Oh, this is like pre-World War I. It's like rare to see a woman working in journalism. Full stop.
Period. Yeah.
Yeah, like.
And if they are, they're not working in main headline parts. So I imagine she works under a male pseudonym.
Yes, she almost certainly works under a pen name and is, somewhat used to people, dismissing her due to her gender.
Yeah.
Any rate, yeah. So you guys are all heading to this cabin, though, and as you do, Professor bloody hell, Skype, please. Professor Rosenfield, what are you doing as you flip through this book? Like, are you actually going to try and read it, or are you just like essentially like flipping through it to kind of get a general gist of it?
Actually, as they're walking, he's not. It's dark. He wants to keep a good eye on the path and whatnot. Yeah. But he is clutching the book like real close to him, basically like how he found the body with it. He is holding it tightly to him. And she's very like guarded with it in his hands.
That makes total sense. So yeah, as you head to the thing, you see it you see the cabin coming up, and I will one last time. Oh, it's literally right there. You see the cabin coming up, and I'm actually going to, for the sake of the people on YouTube, throw it up there so that at least some of you will be able to see more or less what they're seeing in terms of the cabin. You head into this place, and I want you to quickly do this because I need to make a couple of secret notes. So you guys, like Time Night, you introduce them to the cabin, and you guys like kind of like say what you do as you kind of start to explore this new space.
Right, here we are. Make yourself as comfortable as you can.
It's not showing up properly on the video, sorry. Anyway, go on, keep going.
Lacks a bit of space, doesn't it?
Hey, never said it was a 5-star resort. Just said it would do for now.
Fair enough.
Rosenfield is just going to go into the main room at the table and immediately sit down and start reading over what's in the inside of the book. Doesn't really explore the space much.
Okay, Rosenfield, because this is a book of some seriously creepy stuff. As you read, and as the sun sets, you actually gain 9 points of Cthulhu Mythos.
Joy.
Oh shit!
And lose 9 sanity.
That's pretty strong.
So while that's happening, the Reverend is going to turn to Mr. Armstrong and say, "Do you think we ought to have a fire?"
A what now?
A fire. There's a fireplace in the...
Yes, we it's going to be a cold night. We ought to get a fire going as soon as possible.
Okay, so meanwhile, while you guys are setting that fire, Professor, do you feel...
Which one?
Professor Rosenfield, you feel real weird. Like, the things in this book don't make any goddamn sense to you, and they are freaking you out a little bit. As you read, you feel your appetite disappear, and as the others start preparing food and start preparing dinner, you find that the thought of eating just it makes you shudder. You don't think, like, just some of the things in this book, some of the talk of cannibalism and the things that can be done with human flesh, like, it just turns your stomach, and the idea of eating anything, especially meat, just revolts to you.
Okay.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
It's about the map. What room is the stairs to go down into the basement in?
It is underneath the table. You find a trap door that leads down into a root cellar, which is a plain dirt. It's basically like a big hole in the ground that the house is built on top of. There is some food down there, but it's actually pretty barren. There's also a pantry where there is some meats and vegetables that have been frozen. They look in better condition. Like that seems to be where most of the food is. It seems like the root cellar is mostly just kind of there for a lot of long-term storage stuff.
Okay.
But yes, you there's a single bedroom with a single bed and a dresser. And actually, do any of you who explores this space?
Sure.
I would actually, yeah.
Well,
they're
no,
getting
you
dinner
big
set up.
strong boys should be going and getting firewood.
I mean,
I am
You're
not
the
big and
biggest
strong.
and strongest out of all of us.
I am pretty much. That would be me, and I'm pretty much getting things.
Okay, each of you tell me
Set
what
off.
you're doing. Starting from time night.
Basically, throughout this, I'm just helping getting the fire going. I guess I'm the one that's probably going to be doing most of the cooking, since I kind of know what is going on, what is in here, since I kind of frequent here. So I might as well. I feel like I'm the one that would know the most about cooking. So
At least in this environment, yeah.
at least in this environment.
Yeah. In that case, next. Damn it. All right. Morath. Roll. What are you doing?
Seeing as how my character is like doesn't have the book at the moment and is stuck in their situation, my character is going to be exploring the rest of the cabin and seeing if essentially trying to find a space to work.
Okay.
What like essentially like not in the main room, but like they're checking out the rest of the cabin to see what's going on, in case they need some peace and quiet. Where's the best place to get that and stuff like that.
Wait a minute, is this the layout of the Evil Dead house?
Not exactly. No.
Similar
There's
similar
some-
layout.
No, like if I was doing the Evil Dead house, it would be a bit different than this. But anyway, okay. So sorry. So
And also checking like if there's shelves or anything. I'm checking what's on the shelves, just documenting it.
okay, yeah. The most of the place. Actually, hold on. Where were you focusing primarily? Just choose one room that you.
Bedroom. I'm in the bedroom because I assume that's where they'd put most of the like. If anybody left a book here or something, it would be in there.
Okay. So you're mostly checking the shelves and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a
Shelves, dressers.
Okay. The shelves don't provide much of interest. There's a few novels and stuff. The dresser is a bit different, though. It is full of clothing, and does not look like the type of like it would fit Mr. Armstrong. It's like the single bed and the ill-fitting clothes kind of seem odd in a place that is used as a like stopping point for travelers. Meanwhile, Mr. Anderson, Kit, what are you doing?
So I think that the Reverend, after pointing out that we should probably have a fire, is probably going to putter his way through the kitchen and the pantry, just looking about, seeing what's there.
It's pretty. It's reasonably well stocked, though. You actually notice that there's a lot of not great food, like a lot of food that's been left to kind of go to seed. Luckily, most of the stuff here is clearly meant to be long term. There's a lot of like pickled jars and like pickles, pickled beets.
A lot of pickles.
Yeah, a lot of pickled vegetables, a lot of smoked meats and stuff. But anything that isn't has gone bad and has just been sort of left here to rot.
Mr. Armstrong, what was the last time that you were here?
Let's see. I'd say about 2 or 3 months back.
I suppose. Shameful waste.
Yeah, I really need to clean this out a little bit more often.
Well, I'll make myself useful doing that. So yeah, the Reverend is going to start taking some of the spoiled food and carrying it a small amount at a time out to toss out into the snow.
Fair enough. Next,
Who are the prior tenants of this?
Next,
cabin?
Bleo, actually, like you're next. Good.
Oh, I imagine I'd be lighting candles around since it's getting dark. Might as well have some form of light.
Okay, and you ask your questions.
And who's where in the building currently?
I would be in the I believe Bean is in the main room, and Graham is in the bedroom.
Okay, you're in the kitchen. Bean,
And I'm cycling back and forth between the pantry and the main room.
Okay, so and then where is Graham again?
Bedroom.
Bedroom. Okay. Okay. Okay.
No one is in the basement. The only things that
No
you've
one
done
is
is
in the
like
basement.
very briefly check down there.
Well, after I'm done with the candles, I'm going to grab one, right?
Okay.
Like, one of the things. And I'm going to open up the basement and take a gander inside.
Are you going to go down there, or are you just going to take a quick peek?
I'm going to take a quick look first.
Nothing that I haven't already described, if you do that. It is just a big room with some, like long-term storage stuff down there. A lot of like, dried vegetables and shit. Like stuff that's like clearly meant to just sit there and wait.
Okay. Then I will go and.
You can go down
I'll
there
go
and
to
look
the
closer,
bedroom.
but, like that's all you can see for now. Okay, you
I'm
enter the
gonna go to
bedroom
bed.
and find Cromwell, Professor Cromwell, kind of puttering about, looking at various stuff. You also notice what he did, which is that this place has clothing that is clearly not sized correctly for Mr. Armstrong.
So, Cromwell, isn't?
That it would be.
So, what brings you on this journey? And she decides to take a seat on the bed. The way that she's sitting is very clearly one in such a way where the side of her face with the scar is not showing.
Right. Fair enough.
I am the the college. I am the professor involved with the allocation of funds for field expeditions. It is required that I attend at least 3 such expeditions a year, and I decided on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
I
very
see.
often I get to go out to this part of the country. Not that this particular section of this part of the country is all that pleasant, but
Tell me about some of the other work you've done. I mean, you go on expositions all the time, right? So I imagine they're rather fascinating.
I've been on some Egyptian restorations, a couple of old Celtic tombs.
Tell me a specific one. What is your least favorite? I know that's an odd question to ask, but asking for someone's favorite of something is always so boring, and it's always going to be, something, so typical. But what about something you hate?
Well, I was in Europe about 3 years ago, and we went into this section of Paris that a lot of people know as the skeletal catacombs. We went there, and the problem with it is this massive set of catacombs covered in human remains because they emptied out all the graveyards after the Black Plague. The problem with it is that everything had been documented, and it was open to the public. It was a very contaminated site. There was no new observations to be made. It was like essentially we paid to go to a tourist attraction.
By the way, all of you roll me listen.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Let me get
So I have to roll below my number, right?
Yes, you are rolling
Alright,
2d10s. below-
Two d10s, and I
Yes.
calculate that as 100 number.
Hold on, let me look
Pick
at this.
one to be the 100, one to be the 10s, one to
I
be the
already
ones.
have a D100 and
Yeah, okay.
or a D10 and a whatever the
Percentile dice.
D100.
Yeah.
Yeah, percentile dice.
Okay,
So.
yeah.
Okay, tell me. Everybody, tell me if you succeed.
I
Yeah, I got
succeeded.
Yeah, I succeeded.
What if we get below the lowest number in our boxes?
Wait, what? Oh no, the
I have an
the,
autofill
the
sheet.
lower number is your default. Most
I rolled
of
a
the skill-
15.
No,
so.
no. I mean, like it has the scales. So like when I put in 25 into my list, and it came up with a 12 and a 5.
Wait, what?
It's a 3-section. I rolled a 4,
Okay.
but like it was like half of them are like a bunch of the numbers. They have half what the skill value is, and then a quarter what the skill value is.
on.
In
Okay.
separate boxes over on the
Okay.
side.
You have so like okay, hold on. So on listen, let me just like look.
Yeah.
Let's try and check what you're talking about here. Okay, so on listen, you have your listen skill is 25.
Right.
So listen. So as you get under 25, that's a success.
Okay.
And the number right after listen, the 20%, that is your default. That is without any points in it what your skill is. Because you have
Right.
5 points in it, your skill is instead 25.
Right. I'm talking about. So next to the skill box, there's 2 smaller boxes that.
That I didn't fill
It-
out.
it mu-
Yeah.
We're
No,
not using
that
those.
you did that
Yeah,
the sheet automatically did.
Yeah, like
Okay.
that's because this is from like some weird, dumb, like special fan-made version of Call of Cthulhu where you have magic points and dumb bullshit like that. I am not using any of the stuff from that.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So you succeed. You got a success. So everybody succeeded. You hear the sound of
I did
someone.
not succeed.
Okay, well everyone except for you and Priesty Boy. Do you succeed?
Priest succeeded.
Okay, so everybody except for
The person enthralled in reading
being who is-
evil magic.
yeah, who's like poring over this horrible book and muttering something to himself. You all, the rest of you all hear the sound of someone shuffling through the snow.
Do you hear that?
Yes. Gonna go ahead and take a look out the window next to the main door.
Yeah, the red boxes are windows, and it is definitely coming from out directly that way. So the people in the bedroom, you can look out your window. Everyone in the main room can look out that one. As you look out, you see a figure who does not seem to be wearing any heavy clothes or any protective wear. You know, their arms are held over their sides, and they look like they're shivering, or maybe they're just walking funny, but their head is lowered and they're just trudging through the snow. Their clothing is clearly unfit for the weather, and they look like they're kind of turning slightly bluish in the cold. Though it's so dark, you can't really make out any details of them. And as they walk and as they trudge along, you can just barely hear the sound of them saying something to themselves, some muttered chant or mantra.
I didn't. Wait, do the windows have like? Are they proper windows or are they just
Yes.
holes?
No, they're windows.
Okay.
This place, you would be freezing to death right now if they didn't have at least some.
I mean, you could always have something that covers it, like a wooden.
No, it's like they're glass windows. Well, like they're they're basically like they're not like they don't look like the windows you probably see outside of your room. They're like just basically solid sheets of glass that have been fitted into the frames. They can't be opened. They cannot be like manipulated. They are literally just big glass sheet. They're also not safety glass, so unlike a lot of windows that you might see around, like you might see around things, these do not break into nice, safe, spider webs. These break into giant, stabby, shards.
Yeah.
So be very careful with
So
these
good
ones.
weapon.
Good weapon if you want to cut your hand open while you're trying to use it.
Well, assuming you don't have something covering your hand.
Anyway, point is, someone is trudging through the snow towards you and muttering.
How
Could
far away
you
are
check
they?
on them?
They're a ways away, and they're not moving quickly.
I think that we must.
Cromwell,
Yes.
take this. And she hands him the candle. And then
He,
makes her way to the main room, obviously.
Mr. Armstrong, it appears that we will have company.
Wasn't expecting anybody to be coming through this way.
And Mr. Armstrong,
should
you
grab
are
some
aware
blankets.
that there are people in these territories who can be very dangerous. It might not be the best idea to, you should be careful with strangers around these parts.
Well, listen, I know that we don't know who's out there. What was I?
It could be dangerous. You might want to be careful.
This you might want to be careful out there. There could be dangerous.
Yes, but clearly we need
You'll
to
die.
help someone if they're going to die of the cold.
Yes, it's required of us.
I don't think I'm good myself to retrieve him, but do we have any medicine with us, or where are the spare blankets? Or...
Yeah, there's some in here. You'd know this, Mr. Armstrong.
There should be plenty of supplies in here. So,
I mean, they can stay in the basement if need be. If you really think that they may be a risk, but
there is no need for him to stay in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
There. All right. All right. All right. If we're going, if we are going to go out there to him, I'm bringing my gun.
If you think it necessary.
You don't know the type of people who.
I sincerely doubt that man can do anything. Not until he's been tended to, at the very least.
All right, but I'll.
Look, if you must, just let us help him.
Fine.
As you go, you notice the professor is still totally wrapped up in his work. He's because of your sand launch earlier, you are just totally dedicated to this book. Even with everything that's going on around you, you are still not noticing what's going on.
Hear them talking, but don't really hear them talking, so I'll just keep on with my work.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So those are the rest of you. Who is actually heading out to the cold?
I'm not.
My character is going into the kitchen and gonna grab a knife to put on their person in case for first aid purposes.
Here's the thing: you don't
For
find
first aid purposes?
You don't actually find a knife. There
Do I
don't
find
appear to be any knives?
scissors, something?
No, it's weird. There's no sharp objects. There's some
That is
forks, but
really-
there's no knives, no scissors, no not even like a Bowie knife or anything no. Obviously not even a Bowie knife. No Bowie
fucking
knives,
Bowie
no
knife.
anything. Nothing that could be a really dangerous weapon.
Right, I'm not looking for a dangerous weapon.
No, I
the person
know. I'm saying
might be.
literally anything that you could turn into a weapon seems to be missing. And I'm pointing that out because it's strange.
Huh. Odd. But yeah, I'm going to. Once I hear everybody start shuffling towards the door, that's when I'm gonna go out with them.
Okay, so who else besides the professor?
I'm going out with my gun, just to kind of be the muscle, just in case.
Okay.
The referent is also going out.
Okay, so the three of them, the three amigos, head out into the snow, and as you approach the man, you notice that while he definitely is muttering something, he doesn't seem to be able to get the words out. It's weird. Like he's incapable of forming proper words. And as you draw near, you notice that he is badly shivering, like he's shaking like a leaf.
Okay, I do have first aid on my sheet. Would I know a little bit about hypothermia?
Yes, you would actually probably know at least a little bit about it. You can roll.
Okay, can I go ahead and make a roll to see if I can do some diagnosis here?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that one will succeed.
Okay, you as you look into get close to him, you notice that he is badly he looks like he's suffering from severe hypothermia. His fingers have turned black. His extremities are all badly frostbitten. Dude looks in terrible shape. It's a marvel he's even walking.
Oh dear, it's worse than I thought. Mr. Armstrong, get over here and help this man.
All right, I'm coming.
Yeah, the professor's gonna, get under one shoulder.
Okay, as you
Sir, can you hear me?
As you say this, he looks up at you, and you are all shocked to see that this man has no eyes. His eyes are where his eyes should be are just empty sockets, sunken, and his face is pale as paper. And as his mouth continues to move, you can see that there is no tongue in it. And as all this happens, you all roll me sanity. Roll under your current sanity.
I'm assuming just the people that are outside.
Just the people who are around this man.
Okay, hold on, let me see here.
Sam.
Yeah, it's not too difficult for me at the moment.
Yeah, your sanity is very strong.
My sanity up. Yeah, okay. Come on. Oh. Okay, I think. Yep. Failed.
Okay. Time out. You take 3 sanity as you are shocked by this, horrendous sight.
Oh.
Holy moly.
The other 2?
Yeah, I rolled under.
Okay, you're fine.
Well under.
Okay, you're fine. So you're shocked. You're. This is not like you guys don't feel any fear at this, but it does not shake it does not shake you as badly as it shakes Mr. Armstrong. But this is.
Did say that there were
Our
dangerous
guide?
men about.
Yeah.
He looks back at Curtis.
As you look back at Curtis, hold on. All of you roll me luck. This is
Okay,
power
wait, hold
times
Only
5.
the
So
people on side or everyone?
everybody outside.
Okay.
Power times 5. Okay, so under 40. Oh, nope. Not again. Failed again.
Apparently, I'm lucky.
My luck was not on my sheet, so I'm just calculating that real quick.
Okay, hold on. So once again, real quick, what did you roll? By the way, your max sanity is also your luck because it's calculated the same way. So what did you roll?
I rolled a 29.
Kit,
17.
Time Night.
83.
Okay, so as
That's
the priest turns back to say that thing to you, Mr. Armstrong, the man suddenly lunges at you and grabs hold of you and starts to shout something. But
And he
because has
blows
no
up
tongue-
like Chaozu.
Yeah, no, he's like, well, it's like he can't get out the words because his mouth is working without a tongue. He basically goes like, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. And it's freaking you the fuck out. Like this dude who's already scared you so badly that's like shaking your basic grasp on like your mental stability is now grabbing at your face and shouting directly into you this incomprehensible like gibberish.
Does the man's clothing look familiar?
Yes. No, not in that way, Bleel. No, the man's clothing looks familiar. It's like he holy shit! He's dressed the exact same way as the person who the professor, pulled the book from. And holy shit, it's the same fucking guy. I'll be rolling another sanity. This time at a -10.
-10. Okay.
Suplex his ass into the ground.
Man. Yeah, I barely failed.
All right. Time Night. Lose an additional 4 points of sanity, and we're going to.
I
Down
passed.
to 33 here.
Yeah. What did the rest of you get? Graham.
I got a 53, but I have an 80 sanity, so.
Okay, so you're fine. Kit.
I got a 39, one under what I needed.
Oh, you lucky bitch. Okay, so Time Night. Congratulations. You get to roll in the temporary sanity table. 7.
Oh.
Hallucinations and delusions. So, as this man grabs you and starts like grabbing at your face, you suddenly sorry, I'm fucking running, but like trying to like respond to a bunch of different private messages to deal with like various people's secret shit. Anyway, as the man grabs at your face, you suddenly like realize that you know this man. This is not a man this is a man you have not seen in a very long time, but his cold dead face is unmistakable. And you start to scream as you realize without a shadow of a doubt that this man has come back, from the dead to punish you for your past sins.
No.
And you
No.
It's horrifying. It's horrible.
It's Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
John Cena.
I didn't.
Oh, that's lovely.
No.
All right. As the man, as you start to scream and
You're dead.
and pull away, the man grabs at you, and he actually grabs your jaw and he forces your mouth open, and he takes his other hand and he shoves it into your mouth. What do the rest of you do?
I'm taking the gun away from Time Night and blowing this fucker's head off.
Okay. So Tana, do you try and resist, or do you just let him take the gun from you? Or do you want to try and use the gun yourself?
Let's see. Hold on. Let me just. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm using that gun.
Okay. Roll me your gun skill, your rifle skill.
Let's see. What was that?
You're going to be at a -15 penalty because you're in the guy's literally grappling you at this moment. But roll me 2d10. I'll check your skill. Don't worry about it. Just roll me the 2d10s.
Alrighty.
Roll me your percentiles. You're actually pretty good with a rifle, so this shouldn't be too hard, but...
2d10s?
Yes.
Okay. 9 and 7.
Okay, 9 and 7? Which one was the 10?
Wait, hold on. Wait. What?
Actually, it doesn't matter. Literally either one of those. But, like, okay, so when you're rolling percentiles, you're rolling one of the 10 as the ones.
The 9 is... I guess the 9 is the 10, and the 7...
So, this is actually great. So, fun fact about the air rifle, every firearm in Call of Cthulhu has a malfunction chance. You rolled over the malfunction chance for your weapon. So what happens is you, like, in your panic, try and fire the gun, and as you do, you hear a loud janking, like, cranking sound as the bullet not only fails to fire from the cartridge, but actually, like, just lodges in place and the firing mechanism fails. You're going to have to fix your gun before you're able to fire it again. Meanwhile, the thing's fingers grab at your tongue and start to pull. What do the rest of you do?
Tackle a motherfucker.
Okay, you gonna try and tackle him?
Yeah.
Roll me your fighting skill.
Fight brawl.
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe.
I don't have any, so it's a 25.
Yeah, 25. You're fighting and you're brawling and you're punching the dude.
Time night, you get to keep your tongue. That's an 8.
Okay, so you managed to you've successfully grappled him. You're gonna find out whether or not you actually like pull him down. You're rolling very well, Graham. I think that's the second time you've rolled a ones number. Kit.
I'm going to try and kick for the back of this frozen man's knee.
Okay, roll me that brawling.
Well, right on the 25 I needed. I sincerely doubt I'm actually going to do damage, though, considering my stat sheet.
Yeah. Okay. Roll your damage.
Okay. So. No, I don't even need to roll the second die on there. I literally can't do damage with that one.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, you're like, I'll harm you.
Yes, exactly.
I am scary priest.
Okay,
Fear me.
You managed to rip the guy off just before he yanked out Time Knight's tongue and pull him to the ground.
He yanked out Time Knight's tongue.
He was going to. He basically was holding on it, but like right before he could pull it out, Graham tackled him. And so now we move over to inside the cabin. What are you doing?
After, getting all the blankets and all the things that you need to help a sick person, Miranda decides to head over to the table where what's his face? Where Rosenfeld is.
Yeah.
I'd say he's looking marginally much better than he was about 2 hours ago.
Rosenfeld?
He is clearly very stuck in this book.
Rosenfeld. I'm gonna grab underneath the book and close it.
Which he jumps back and like pulls the book back close to his chest again and looks at her like she's both. He is a mixture of you're an enemy and also he's very scared. And he's like, what?
Are you okay? You've been reading that for hours, just enthralled in it.
And he's actually just like, and he grabs his handkerchief again and dabs at his forehead, and takes the book only slightly away from his chest and looks down at it, and he's like, oh, yes, well, it's not what I expected, is all. And he dabs at his forehead again.
You'd like some time away from the book.
No, that's fine. It's
just to get something to drink or to eat or anything and calm down. Just put a bookmark in it, and you can return to it later. Just
bookmark. No. Well, mate. What have you guys already made something to eat?
well,
Maybe
they went out to deal with
went out.
someone. Yes, I mean, there was someone out there.
I'm assuming we're hearing like the scream now.
Yes.
Oh my!
Um.
Perhaps you'd go out there. I'm in no condition, of course.
Out there where they're screaming. He stands, continues to hold the book right close to him, and goes and peeks out the window. And his face just goes white from seeing.
As you're seeing, as this happens, real quick, back outside, Graham, you've actually managed to successfully tackle the thing. What are you going to try and do to it?
Well, I'm basically going to scream very, very loudly and lay on its back and pin it to the ground.
Okay.
Is essentially what I'm trying to do.
Roll me. What's your size?
Size is 10.
Okay. Roll me 2D. Roll me percentiles.
41.
Okay, so as you're standing there trying to like pin him down, the man suddenly gets his hands under the thing and easily flips you over and like shrugs you right off. And as he does so, he turns to you and screaming a wordless scream starts clawing at your face.
Oh boy.
What do the
More
rest of you do? Yeah.
Louder screams. Of panic instead of battle now.
He's trying to do the same thing he just tried to do to Time Knight's character, to Mr. Armstrong. He's like clawing at Cromwell's
Mr.
face,
Cromwell.
trying to get his mouth open.
Well, he's screaming, so.
Yeah.
Rosenfeld, you should go out there.
Hold on. Before we go back inside, I want to get everyone out in the snow. One turn to act.
Okay, so given how well the whole kicking at the back of the leg worked, I think that the proper thing for the priest to do at this point is back up and yell towards the house, "We need assistance! Bring something heavy!"
I'm gonna lose a tongue. This is gonna be unpleasant.
Is that all?
Rosenfeld.
Time Night, what do you do?
I don't know how exactly fit to do anything am I, or how?
You're scared out of your mind, but you're able to act.
Okay.
And while if the gun doesn't work, it might work as a club.
Yes, you can also try and unjam the gun. It'll take you a full turn of basically like working at it, and you'll need to roll under your gun skill, but you can potentially unjam the gun and then fire it.
Please just whack him off me. I would rather have my speaking
I'm
ability for
gonna.
this game.
I'm just gonna club him in the back of the head with the butt of my gun. Just kind of slam.
Slam. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so so you're going to smack him with the rifle?
Yes.
Okay, roll mid-brawling.
Alrighty then.
25, just roll percentiles.
Just roll my 100.
Yep.
or just
Roll me your 100. I'll tell you if you succeed.
Miranda
Okay.
briefly leaves the main room.
oh boy, that's not good. Okay, yeah, I got 73.
Okay, that's
Stop rolling high.
so.
I
Yeah,
keep-
you like run over. You like get up, pick yourself up out of the snow, and suddenly like charge over. And as you do, you swing your rifle back and you smack him like the dead man in the back of the head, and have no effect. He barely seems to register it.
Okay. Wow.
I'll try.
So is it to the people inside
Yes, now it's back to the people.
now? Okay. Something heavy. Something. He just keeps on repeating this over and over as he looks around, trying to find anything that could be useful.
All right, Will, do you want to
Chair
assist?
you're sitting in.
So, you hear the footsteps of Miranda returning to the room, and then she says, "Rosenfeld, if you don't want to go out there, I understand, but all right, gonna roll this thing.
All right.
How do I calculate it? Oh yeah, where's my skill? I keep like moving to the wrong tab, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would be beating someone over the head with something?
That'd be brawling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where is that under? Why is brawling not under B
It's
when
not
this
brawling.
is
It's
fighting.
hold on,
Fighting.
fighting brawl? Okay.
Fight and brawl.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be a fail, but okay. So I have rolled a 30. Shouldn't Rosenfeld?
No, you roll to see whether or not you hit with your. It's not a contested roll.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, you take a swing
Gonna
and
brawl with me?
you take a swing at him with a candlestick, and miss as Rosenbaum kind of staggers back.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I tried to hand you this. You know these shoes are just.
Yeah,
Oh.
Rosenbaum, you can tell that she just tried to smack you inside the head with a candlestick.
He clearly is even more terrified because there's creepy tongue snatching dude out there, and now he's getting attacked in here. So he jumps back and he's like, and he clutches the book to him and then reaches out with a shaky hand to take the candlestick. Like,
Just calm down. Rosenfeld.
nearly hit me.
I just want the book.
And
Just-
all of the fear just like disappears, and he's like, "What?
Just hand me the book.
No, that's okay. I think I'll hang on to it."
I assure you, you should really give up the book.
That's okay. I'm gonna go and help them now. So he exits the
And,
cabin.
yeah, turns and opens the door.
Yes.
And we're going to jump back outside for a second. Kit, it's your turn.
So, given that I just yelled and shouted, do I see Rosenfeld coming
You
on
see
now?
Roosevelt opening the door and starting to walk out.
What does he have in his hands?
The book.
Candlestick
Clutched-
and
oh, the candlestick in the book.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that'll work! Quickly, man!
Post haste.
Okay, you doing anything else besides being
I mean, like,
encouraging?
at the moment, Leonard is so ineffectual that he's essentially just throwing snow at the thing in an effort to distract it.
Okay, so you turn your attention back to him, and the creature then tries is going to attempt to pull and does not succeed. So the creature like basically it's like trying to get the mouth open a little bit and then starts like shoving his fingers into your mouth, Prof.
And I'm not exactly going willingly.
Yeah. So try and fight back with your brawling.
So yeah, I'm just trying to kick him off. 22. So I do succeed in the attack. I don't know if I get him off though.
What did you roll?
22.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. You do not get him off, but you do a little bit of damage to him. Roll damage. Roll 1d3. Hold on. You are 1d3 plus damage bonus, and your damage bonus is non-existent. It's a 20, which is just totally average, which means that you basically get 1d3 damage.
2.
Okay, so you punch him. You punch the dude, man. Back inside, Belial, you're up first.
Since the candle clearly didn't work.
Yeah. Rosenbaum's back is to you as he's starting to leave the cabin. Rosenfield.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Rosenfield. And she pulls out a concealed knife and stabs.
Ripperoni.
And I rolled a 37 on that.
So that is going to succeed. Roll damage.
Yeah. Okay.
damage
Shit. Now I need to pull out D4s.
Your damage is 1d3 plus 1d4.
1d3 plus 1d4?
Yes.
Oh.
So a d6. So half a d6 plus.
Plus a d4.
Okay.
Yeah.
1d3 is a d6, but it's half. So it's 1, 2 is 1, 3, 4 is 2, 5, 6 is 3, plus 1d4. So roll both dice.
In which case I dealt 3
What the
damage.
fuck? I rolled the max damage I could.
Holy shit. Okay.
Ow.
So that's a 7 damage to the professor, to the antiquarian.
Oh my
Your
goodness.
total
I should
HP is
play
11.
Call of Cthulhu more often,
So,
let's be honest.
yeah,
here.
so that's a major wound. So all of your you're going to be a severe penalty for everything from going forward because you just had a knife shoved into your. Basically, with a roll like that, basically like she just slipped up behind you and then just drove a knife into your side.
That's not swanky, dude. Not
Yeah.
swanky.
It hurts like hell. You're bleeding quite badly.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
Well, she said her little "I'm sorry" thing, so I'm assuming he like turns his head just a little bit and then is stabbed.
Yeah.
To which he screams and
Want to cover that mouth.
falls.
Okay.
Yeah, it falls.
Okay, so yeah, Belial, use your brawling skill. Your 25. Actually, you know what?
What's wrong?
Roll me stealth.
What? Oh,
Yeah, roll me stealth to try and like cover up the scream.
The
okay.
door was open.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
like basically to put a hand over its mouth.
Yeah, I failed. Why do I keep rolling a 30 on that?
So
I'm
you-
going to
yeah,
change
you
this.
try and get
I'm going
a-
to change the percentage dice because this percentage dice, I've been rolling nothing but 30% on this
I mean, that's not bad.
all day. I know, but it's like
Yeah, but
I can't roll anything below or above, it seems. So I'm going to be doing that. But anyway, I'm going to take that. So that's a 31, which means I fail.
Okay, yeah. So you try and get a hand over his mouth before he can shout, but you don't. And those of you who are out in the field, you notice what's going on.
Okay.
You see that the other professor has been stabbed while the professor on the ground is struggling not to have his tongue ripped out.
He's fallen.
Oh yeah, he's
You
fallen.
don't know
Yeah,
if he's been stabbed.
well, okay, you heard him scream and that he's falling over, and you might even notice there's a bit of blood. But
Probably
you
see
definitely
that.
notice the screaming and the falling. Back up to Graham.
yeah.
What do you do?
Swanky. I just got stabbed.
So I'm gonna try to Oh, by the way, last turn it was 3 damage, not 2, because I
Okay.
forgot about the 5s also being 3.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna try to kick him off again.
Okay, so roll 'em.
And that's just a 20 even.
Wow, you are rolling absurdly well, like ridiculously well.
I'm also going to change my dice
You should
after
but
this
yeah.
roll, but
Luckily, you didn't even really need a very good roll on this one because he rolled shit. So yeah, you managed to push him off. You managed to push him off you. Actually, here's the weird thing. After the professor screamed and got stabbed, he actually seemed to calm down slightly. He's still frantically clawing around and fighting you guys, but he's no longer screaming while he does so, and he's no longer acting as irrationally.
right. By the way, that's 2 this time.
Okay.
And I'm going to squirm away as fast as I fucking can.
Okay, run away like a huge coward, like a hero coward. Time Knight, what do you do?
I think I'm running towards the noise, the scream.
Yeah, you are bravely running to assist, and not at all running away from the horrifying face of your own past sins. No. This is a heroic run away from danger.
There's no other thing that.
No act of cowardice here.
Yeah. So while you run, are you still brandishing your rifle as a club, or are you going to try and fix it as you go?
Might as well fix it while.
Okay, so you're going to be going slower, so you're not going to you're going to kind of cover half the distance as you run, but if you roll successfully, you'll get your gun fixed.
Okay, what is my repair skill? Which repair skill am I using? Would that just be firearms?
Yes.
Or
yeah, it's just your firearm skill. The same skill you used to shoot the gun, you're going to now use to try and fix
come on, lower than a 75. 2. It's lower than a 75.
Significantly so.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you actually you do a fantastic job. You basically bang the thing, the bullet pops out, you reload it, and this you know what, that roll's good enough. I'm gonna say that you basically as you do this, you you feel your confidence returning. You're still shaken, but you're feeling a little bit better than you were before. This is something you know how to do. This is something you can do. A little bit of that old Armstrong family spirit is getting back in.
God damn it.
So yeah,
I haven't even watched that show, and I know.
Anyway, over to Kit.
Okay, so let's see. So Cromwell has gotten away from the thing, and it seems to have calmed down, right?
Yes. It's
then
still
yeah, I'm going to be
dangerous,
making my way. Actually, how far is it to the cabin?
It's close enough that you can probably make it in about a turn that you won't be able to act as you arrive. You'll mostly just be spending your turn running there.
Yeah, well, there is a screaming man. This thing is apparently calmed down, and
again, calming it down, not actually calm down.
I'm also particularly useless against this thing, and there is a man who is bleeding.
That's fair, yeah. Okay, so then you spend your turn running. Do you say anything while you're running, or?
What happened?
Back over to Belil. What do you do?
Grab the book, run.
Okay, Professor, are you going to give up the book?
No.
Okay, both of you roll me brawling. Professor, you are at a...
Can't we not use just a strength?
Yeah, well, okay, so basically you're going to roll me contested strength. Both of you roll... what is your... hold on, actually, what is the difference between your strengths? The Antiquarian has strength 9. The journalist has strength 13. So the journalist is 4 points different, and I'm going to add 2 to that because of the stabbing, major wounds. So both of you roll, but Prof, you're going to be at a very serious penalty.
Jesus Christ, I rolled really bad.
It might not.
Rolled really good.
That's a roll. I rolled a 77.
Ha! 83.
Okay. Well, again, you were trying to roll low, so and you were going to.
So good job. You
You're
failed.
going to get a 50-point
Oh,
penalty
man,
because
I
of your
forgot that
wounds.
it's backwards.
So yeah, Bean, you like try and clutch onto the book, but your body is kind of dying right now. Like you're not necessarily fatally injured, but it's pretty bad, and the book like is yanked out of your grasp.
Covered in blood.
Yeah. It
And I'm
is.
booking it.
Yeah, and Lil turns and starts fleeing. Bean, what do you do now that it's your turn?
Okay, wait. Are you fleeing like away from the cabin or like into it or what?
I'm assuming out through literally just through the back one of the back windows.
Or we're already like outside.
Well, you're on the door. You're like in the doorway. But like her fleeing that way would mean like having to dodge around the people who are coming and then getting around the side. So she's probably going to just turn around and bolt straight back through the window.
Okay.
Do a backflip. So strong. I'm not going to do a backflip.
That would be a very bad idea. This is going to be difficult enough without making it hard for yourself.
Okay. Okay, so he's just going to yell, She stabbed me in the back. Please retrieve the book, and then kind of inch his way out of the way of the doorways so that they can get through.
As you're doing that, like okay. So then it's over to Graham. What are you doing?
Graham.
Graham, what are you doing?
So this is the books that this was the corpse that the book was taken off of.
Yes, and the corpse actually, like, you notice the corpse, like, gets up and starts shambling in the direction that everybody else is running in.
Right. So, it's no longer paying attention to me,
Yeah.
and that's a good thing because I am going to actually just like I'm going to go around it towards the door as well, just like staying out of its arm's reach.
Okay.
But go towards the door because my colleague was just stabbed.
Yeah. So then, so you two are basically running pretty much in parallel, though, with a bit of space for a good measure. Time Knight, you've actually arrived. You have the gun. You see the journalist throw a chair through the window and start to climb, like basically carefully climbing out through the broken glass. The thing is coming up behind you, but the lady with the book is running away. You have your air rifle.
How close is the thing?
You don't know because you're not looking. Well, if you check back, it's coming on fast.
I'd suggest shooting the thing that you know is a threat.
I just told everyone you stabbed me.
Yeah, but they can get me at any time.
I'm going to.
Stab me.
I'm shooting the journalist.
Okay. Shoot the journalist. Roll him.
Fuck. This is gonna be bad.
Oh.
These dice are going
Dang
to be I'm gonna be rolling too well. By
Dang
rolling
it, it's
too
just
well, I mean
barely.
really bad.
Just barely.
Oh, what do you get?
I got a 77.
Oh.
What is this?
For his shot.
Oh wait.
You
Oh
got
yeah,
some
I don't even
shots.
have to roll a dodge if he fails.
So, like, as you crawl through the window, you hear a bang, and like the wood next to the window frame just explodes out, spraying you with splinters. But
Jeez.
you know, you slip out. You slip out the back. It is now Kit. Kit, what do you do?
I'm gonna shoot through the reporter.
Okay. So
Damn it.
the priest pulls out a derringer and aims it and takes a shot.
13.
Shit. Okay, that's gonna hit. Roll a d6.
6.
Oh shit. Blue, what's your health?
My health?
Health total.
Where is it even that? Oh,
14, nice health.
14.
Okay, so you do not take a major wound, but it's almost a major wound. Like, basically, you get shot hard, and you stagger. You're not taking like the big penalties just yet, but you are badly hurt.
How much damage?
6 damage.
Oh, okay.
So you are down to 8 health.
Oh boy.
Okay, so yeah, you're staggering a little bit as your back starts to bleed. Meanwhile, actually, back to you. What are you doing? What do you do? You just keep
back
running?
to me?
Yes, back
I'll
to you.
keep running. Ignore that fucking pain.
Okay.
Do I have a firearm? Hell no.
Yeah. Okay. So roll me strength. Strength times
Shit.
5.
Wait. Can I knock over a candle?
You could have if you had done that before you left the
Damn it!
thing.
I should have done that.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's fine.
So you roll me roll me percentiles. You were trying to roll under a 50, 60, 65.
Fuck. Really bad. 68.
Okay, so you're having trouble. You're still in line of sight, but you're in next turn you will be able to get into the woods and essentially get out of easy range.
I shouldn't have switched dice.
Yeah, yeah.
This dice is too good.
Okay, and then meanwhile back inside the house, who's next? I believe it is Graham and the creature. Graham, what do you do?
Get behind. So everybody else is inside the door, right?
Yeah. Oh, actually, real quick, Belil, where did you leave the knife, or did you take the knife with you?
I took my knife.
Okay, so all right, just keeping track of where the weapons are. Okay, yeah. So what are you doing, Graham?
That door is shut.
Okay, so you pull the door shut.
And slam and slam my body against it and
Okay.
try to lock it and whatever.
So is everybody else going inside, or are you waiting? Or you could close it with them outside?
I thought I just asked and you said they were inside.
I said the professor's inside. Kid is in the doorway. Kid, do you want to jump in real quick?
I mean, I would be shooting from the window, considering where the reporter was at the time.
Fair enough. Yeah. So in that case, it's from the broken window. Okay, yeah. So you try and close the door on the monster.
Yes.
Roll to fight the monster.
Roll what?
Press X to fight the monster.
Oh. Okay. 56.
Okay, 56. Yeah. So as you start to close the door, you feel the door throw back and hit you in the face, and it smashes you so hard that you go flying across the room and sprawl across the table. You take 8 points of damage.
Holy shit!
Yeah, which actually, by the way, because that takes out most of your life, you are actually majorly wounded. You several of your ribs are broken, your wrist is broken, and you the side of your face is torn open by the edge of the doors. It's thrown.
Now you look like me, you fuck.
It's not quite that bad, but it's you're badly cut. And the creature is now standing in the doorway, looming over your colleague. Colleague, what do you do?
Cry.
Cry.
roll to cry. Roll your crying skull.
Okay. I'd where have I been stabbed?
In the side.
On the side. Ugh.
It's one of the slowest ways to die.
Yeah.
From a stab wound.
Okay. With one hand over the wound, gonna. Do I have to do any rolling or anything to get up and try and move away?
No,
I don't know.
You just try and.
Yeah, then I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna get up and attempt to run away from him.
Okay, so he's going to attack you. I'm going to give you a bonus to dodging because of your struggles. So roll me dodge. So dexterity times, or half dexterity, I'm giving you a plus 20 to the roll. So that I believe is a total of 25.
Well, I rolled a 9.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. So you start staggering to the thing, and the creature starts catching you. It looks like Frankenstein. Like it's like as you're like crawling away, it just like starts throwing like a chair, like throws things out of the way. It's like as you walk, it's like staggering around, smashing anything that gets even close to its way. Which way are you going to try? Are you going to try and flee into the basement, into the kitchen, into the pantry, bedroom? Where are you headed?
Shoot. Let's do basement.
Okay, so you pull open the basement door and basically stagger inside, and you roll down the stairs, and you hear the thing. It's still like muttering something. It's
Just slap you like a Slim Jim.
Time Knight.
Yes.
What do? You miss your shot, so you're going to need a turn to reload this air rifle to like start pumping it, but. The creature is now chasing the professor, or one of the professors, through the thing, and the other professor has been badly hurt and is now lying broken and crying on the thing. Also, the woman who stole the book is running away. That book.
I know. Feels bad.
Yeah.
My book. Took my book.
What do I do? And now I'm gonna have to...
What's a higher priority to you? To getting that book back, or killing, or trying to fight the monster?
When
you put it like that,
I gotta get the book.
Okay, so which one do you want to hurt? The monster or the lady monster?
Yeah.
The
So do
reporter.
you give chase as you pump your rifle? Or are you going to try and just wait in the window frame and take a shot from there?
You should wave your arm around and just grab all of the sharp glass with your hands. Maybe swallow a few.
Basically, do you want to be safe, or do you want to really just hunt her down? TikTok.
I'm
gone. I already ran away to Mexico. Sorry.
Let him finish.
I'm going to be safe.
Okay. So you take your turn pumping the air rifle while staying inside the cabin.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can line up a good shot.
Okay, Belial. Actually, wait, sorry, Kit. What do you do?
Hot pursuit, running, reload.
Okay, so you take the turn to reload as you chase after her. Roll me.
I've got a pistol. I don't have a long range.
Roll me strength same way as Belial.
Oh,
I also had to roll strength.
No, you already did. This is his version.
Is this just basic strength or doubles?
Strength times 5.
Oh, times 5. Okay.
Yeah, so you're looking at for a under 40.
Okay, yeah, 22.
Okay, so you're actually keeping up the pursuit pretty well because she failed her run roll and you didn't. So you aren't catching up exactly, but
cheating dice.
Yeah, but you're doing okay. But okay, so now we go back to top of the order. Which
the dice that always fail rolls.
Belial, what do you do? You have one person chasing you, one person preparing to take a shot at you from the thing. Do you want to continue to flee into the woods, or do you want to turn and try and take out the pursuer before you have to engage in a long run while you're bleeding?
This is in the snow, right?
Yes.
I guess I have to. Well, I'm gonna obviously run into hopefully lose his sight, and I'm gonna guess I have to pull
Well, here's basically the question. Let me make this very simple for you because we're
have to pull
we're
the
running out
predator
of time.
thing,
So
right? I have
what's going
to
happen
cover
is-
in mud, go underneath a log, and wait.
Look, again, let me make this very clear because we're running out of time. So I want to just make basically this is your choices: A, turn around and try and fight him, or B, hope you can evade him in the woods.
I'm going to hope I can evade.
Okay.
Guns are scary.
That's fair. Okay, so in that case, you two will resolve your guys afterwards. Time Knight, do you want to give pursuit as well, or are you going to just take one last shot and then let them go?
You know what? Let me look at something real quick.
Okay. This is basically like her stealth or survival skill versus your guys' spot hidden.
I have pretty good spot hidden, so...
Yeah, actually, your best bet here is actually probably to hunt them because you have the best navigation ability.
That's what I was. That was what.
Okay.
I was thinking. I'm just gonna yeah. I'm going after them.
Okay, in that case, we will resolve the things over in the cabin and then quickly resolve like what happens to the book. So Graham, you're broken and bleeding. What do you want to try and do?
So where did my colleague run off to?
Down to the basement.
Alright, sorry, Bean. I'm just gonna... It's not paying attention to me, so I'm gonna go into the cellar.
Okay.
And shut the door.
So you
not
follow
into the cellar.
into the cellar?
No. Into the pantry.
Okay.
And shut the door.
Okay.
And
I was like, oh.
Because it's not paying attention to me. So my best bet is I'm battered, bruised, not dying as it yet, because I still got health. But I'm going to stay in there. I'm just going to shut the door and lean against it and probably pass out at this point.
Okay. In that case, Bean, you crawl into the basement and the thing is pursuing you. What do you want to do?
Take a quick look around to see if there's anywhere to hide.
There is a lot of just stuff lying around. There's also a mound down here in the cellar.
Mound?
Like a mound of dirt.
Mound of dirt.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a lock on the door?
No.
Rip.
There is a chair with a skeleton, with a old woman's costume in there.
Is there?
No, there's not.
Also, there's a neon sign saying vacancy.
Well, they didn't bother to turn it on.
Okay. Darn. Okay. Gonna go and jump behind, or not jump, get behind the mound of dirt.
Okay. As you do, the mound of dirt starts to move.
Ah.
And the creature staggers down the stairs, and as it does, a hand reaches out of the dirt and grabs at your arm.
Okay, well, I guess Professor's dying. I guess I'll try and rip my hand away from it.
Okay, roll strength. times 5.
You said times 5?
Yeah, times 5. Roll 2d10s and then try and beat strength times 5.
Okay, I got a 27.
Nice. Okay, you managed to pull yourself away, but as you pull yourself away, the corpse buried in the root cellar pulls itself out.
Why is there a corpse here?
You don't know, but it's been shot directly in the head by a low caliber rifle, and both it and the other creature are advance on you.
Okay, is the other creature down the stairs?
Yeah, it's come down the stairs, and they're advancing on you. And the creature, the first creature, is still muttering something unintelligible, but the second one starts muttering, "Stop you! Stop you!"
Stop your face. Okay. How far is the first one from the staircase?
It's pretty much. It's like right in the thing. It's like looming over you. They're both come down the stairs.
Because I'm going. Can I try and get past it and go back up the
Yes,
stairs?
you can try. Roll dex.
Okay.
Roll dodge. Roll.
26. Where's dodge? Half of dex. 11. My dex is 11.
Okay. What do you roll?
A 26.
Yeah, they grab you and pull you down, and like in the like as everything goes dark in the cellars, the door closes. Like just the last thing you see is just both of these corpses looming over you and grabbing at you, and you hear faintly in the distance the sound from your dreams as it roars in anger and frustration.
I'm not the only one frustrated.
Yeah. Meanwhile, out in the woods, Leo, roll me stealth.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
And then Time Knight and Kit, roll me spot hidden.
Okay, let me look. What am I aiming for? Okay, it's hard for me to fail. Let's go. I failed.
I found.
Okay.
I got a 94.
I got a 46.
So, Kit?
I got a 71. I succeeded.
What?
Wow. So,
Wait.
Kit,
My spot hidden's 85.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You managed to catch. You managed to catch the would-be thief out in the woods with, at gunpoint.
Is the would-be thief just continuing to run, or is this like a drawn-up...
This is like you've got the jump on them. You basically like stop them at gunpoint. We're not actually like doing a big whole scene. We're wrapping this up. So it's like you catch them at gunpoint. What do you do? And what do you say to each other?
Any last words?
Holy shit, you're trying to kill... that's not in character. God. What the fuck would I say?
I don't know. Is there anything you want to say, confess?
I don't have a gun or anything.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Oh, you know what? I have another one.
All right.
I do.
By the way, as your mouth opens to say the words, pulling the trigger.
I was gonna do a cool thing. Okay.
Okay, so you shoot him.
Then it was pointless.
Yeah, you shoot the spy, but as you do so, Time Knight, roll me another spot hidden.
Okay, one more.
I believe in you.
Critical fail.
Really?
100.
Oh my god. Okay, you're just gonna get lost. You're just like, oh my god, what's going on?
Oh, man,
So I was gonna do a cool thing, but apparently, like, okay, so like we're revealing some secrets real quick. So basically, the officer manages to gun down the spy in the woods, and then the cool guy, like master thief and killer, who was going to steal the book, instead of appearing out of the shadows, gun raised to kill off the officer and steal the book for himself, instead wanders out into the middle of the woods and keeps on dramatically stepping out of the shadows to find no one and nothing.
God dang it.
So this continues to happen for several hours before he eventually gives up and realizes that he's not going to get his prize.
God dang it. Way to be completely anticlimactic.
It's a shame, but
man, the one time that I wanted to do have a good heel turn, and it just completely.
To be fair, I was hoping for something cool too, but of course, Mr. I have a hair trigger.
Well, no, the idea behind that was get you talking so you're distracted and you're not likely to dodge.
What I was gonna say is it was gonna be like, oh, well, good luck, and then it was going to pull out the handcuffs that I had on me, handcuff you to myself, and then once you kill me, then you would be.
You were not in handcuffing range.
What?
If you were in
How
handcuffing range, you
far?
would be in knife stabbing range.
I don't even know how far.
I said like he basically gets you at gunpoint. Like he like
This is like Berserk 2016.
no it isn't. Anyway,
April's like you're like 8 miles away, but you're actually like a foot away.
no, he basically like he steps out of the trees. He gets you at
Bean
gunpoint.
steps
like,
out of the cabin,
Like,
and I'm like, oh,
And
okay,
is
so
this
they're
also-
I said,
gone.
it
and
would
I
be a
fucked up, and I
fight if
should
you
just
if you
leave
were
them.
in knife stabbing.
And then you were like, no, but they're right there, and I'm like, what?
Like I said, like basically you chose the route of like running away and trying to escape as opposed to fighting him, so you don't get like a chance to stab him for free.
Well, I just fail. April's a brutal GM.
Anyway, what happens is Officer like Johnson, you come back in
Jon Snow.
and find Cromwell laying on the table. He's badly injured, but he's not dying. However, when you check in the basement, you find the bodies of the creature, an unknown man, and Rosenfield, who has been strangled to death by the creature and the unknown man. And when you check the man, you find that he has a bullet hole in his head and appears to have been dead for quite a while. Though you also notice that he's definitely the right size for the clothes in the dresser.
And let me guess, that bullet hole is just about the right size for that air rifle?
Just about.
Gasp.
Twist. It wasn't me. I didn't kill him.
It wasn't. Yeah, it actually wasn't the thief. It was
Okay.
one of the thief's companions.
It wasn't me. It was just.
It was the person who sold him the right people.
There's more people.
Yeah, there's other people. This is like they're.
No,
like,
I'm.
The thief would have been able to clear out everything and basically murder you all if he had succeeded in his big twist reveal, but he didn't.
Shame.
But Cromwell is successfully rescued at the hospital. Though for the rest of his life he suffers pains and strains.
What
Officer
happens with the
Johnston
book?
Like basically buries all knowledge of what happened. Yeah, and you also burn the book. You also burned the book because you were actually a member of a secret society in Miskatonic that was trying to hide the knowledge of these things.
Oh.
The spy, who was a patriot for another country, died as spies tend to, alone and unmourned. And Professor Rosenfield was unable to sate the thing in his dreams, and though none of you know exactly what happens to those that after they die, his afterlife is almost certainly a very unpleasant one, as he was unable to fulfill the creature's request and cast a spell. Though the dead man is very happy because he died stopping the spell from going off and the evil that would have been unleashed from being done so.
I'm sure it would have been that bad.
It wouldn't have been. It would have been very good for you. You would not have been
Yeah.
suffered at all.
Exactly.
I guess.
But yes, so, in the end, it was like two of the five of you managed to accomplish your goals. One of the people who failed to accomplish their goals lived, and the two biggest villains died. Well, the people whose actions probably would have had the largest negative consequence died. So this is probably the closest you guys could have gotten to the good ending.
Well, it's not a good end for me.
Well, no, obviously you died, as did the professor. This is the worst
Kid
possible.
should stop cheating.
This is the worst possible ending for the professor because his soul was consumed by the creature.
That's
but
fine.
the rest of
I don't care about his soul.
Fair enough. But anyway, thank you so
I
much for
just-
joining us for our Halloween adventure. I hope you all had a good time, and we will see you guys for
And
the return to our normal games, hopefully very soon. Till then,
Hopefully.
thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.